Hello, ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, ma'am. Our lesson for today is about copyright, plagiarism, and fair use. And what is intellectual property? Intellectual property, or IP, refers to creation of minds such as inventions, literary and artistic works, design, symbols, names, and image used in commerce. Ang intellectual property ay tumutukoy sa mga likha o kaisipan o mga ideya, imbensyon o gawa ng bunga ng talino at pagkamalikhain ng mga tao. Layunin nitong protektahan ang karapatan ng mga tagalikha ng inventor upang sila ay makilala at maprotektahan laban sa mga plagiarism. Copyright versus plagiarism. Copyright, a legal right that gives the author exclusive control over their original literary and artistic works, including books, music, films, and computer programs. Copyright is it means that cannot copy, shares, or use for work without permission. What copyright protects? Literary works, books, poems, articles, computer software, musical works, includes songs, compositions, dramatic works. It includes plays and scripts, artistic works. This includes painting, sculpture, photographs, illustration, architectural works, and other works. This includes movies, sound recordings, original databases, and video games. Copyright. In the Philippines, copyright is governed by the Intellectual Property Code, Republic Act Number 8293. This violation leads to copying or reproducing a work without permission, or sharing or distributing copyrighted material online, and other violated performing and broadcasting someone else work without consent. For example, copying or reproducing a work without authorization, sharing or distributing copyrighted material online, performing and broadcasting someone else work without consent. Next.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone. Plagiarism. Plagiarism is the act of using someone else's ideas, work, or content as your own without proper credit, which can lead to ethical and legal consequences. It exists in multiple forms beyond simple copying, including uncredited translations or ideas. Example of plagiarism, copying without credit. Seven types of plagiarism. Deliberate plagiarism, intentionally copying content from the another source can complete entire work copied or incomplete mix of copied and original content. Source-based plagiarism. Using content from a source but citing it incorrectly or misleadingly. Mosaic plagiarism. Combining content from multiple sources to create seemingly original work. Hard to detect but unethical. Poor paraphrasing. Changing sentence structure without changing the words. Still considered plagiarism. Self-plagiarism. Reusing your previously published work without proper citation. Accidental plagiarism. Intentionally using someone else's ideas or content, often due to similar sources. Paraphrasing plagiarism. Rewriting ideas, sentences, or passages without proper attribution. Example, copying and pasting from the internet. Paraphrasing without credit. Using someone else's work as your own. Self-plagiarism, not citing sources properly.
Can you explain those seven types of plagiarism para mas naiintindihan naman ng mga klase, not just reading the PowerPoint presentation?
Deliberate plagiarism. Example, ma'am, a student copies a whole article from the internet and submit it as their own essay or knowing it didn't write it. Source-based plagiarism. Source-based plagiarism happens when someone gives wrong or fake, misleading information about their sources or uses as source incorrectly to make their work look more incredible. Example, a student quotes a statistic from a website but cites a different book as the source to make it seem more reliable. Mosaic plagiarism. Example, ma'am, ti mosaic plagiarism kat nangyayari kapag kinukuha ng isang taong ilang bahagi or idea mula sa iba't ibang pinagkukunan. Binabago ng kaunti ang mga salita at pinaghalo-halo ito ng hindi binabanggit ang mga pinagmulan. Poor paraphrasing. Kapag binabago mo lang ng kaunti ang mga salita ng orihinal na teksto, pero pareho pa rin ng idea at struktura mo. Hindi mo binanggit ang pinagmulan. Self-plagiarism. Ito ay kapag ginagamit o sinusumite muli ng isang tao ang sarili niyang dating gawa nang hindi binabanggit o nagpapaalam na ito ay dati niyang ipinasa o nagamit po. Accidental plagiarism. Nangyayari kapag hindi sinasadya ng isang tao na makopya ang idea o salita ng iba dahil sa kakulangan ng tamang pagbanggit or citation. Paraphrasing plagiarism. Paraphrasing plagiarism. Ito ay nangyayari kapag binabago mo lang ang mga salita ng orihinal, ngunit hindi mo binabanggit kung saan ito galing. Ginagamit mo pa rin ang idea ng iba at pinasa bilang sarili mong gawa.
The different versions of copyright and plagiarism. Copyright, a legal issue governed by law. Plagiarism, an ethical issue involved honesty and integrity. Protects the creator's right to control it on their work. Focuses on giving proper acknowledgement to the original source. Involves using someone's work without permission. Presenting someone else's work as your own. May result in lawsuits, fines, or legal actions. May result in academic failure, job loss, or damaged reputation. For example, uploading a video on YouTube without permission. Example of plagiarism, copying para from
Good afternoon, ma'am. Fair use. Fair use is a legal principle that allows limited use of copyrighted material without permission under specific circumstances. It aims to balance the right of creators with the public's needs for access to information. Fair use means we can use a small part of copyrighted work, example, a book, movie, song, or video, without asking permission only if it is for a good purpose, like education, reporting, news, or research. In simple word, it is the limited use copyrighted materials without needing permission as long as only small portion are used and the purpose is for learning, not for self-consumption or self-profit. The goal of fair use is to make sure creators still have the rights and ownership. Four factors of fair use. Number one, the purpose and character of the use. The first factor consider whether use is for commercial purposes or non-profit educational purposes. On its face, the analysis does not seem too complex. However, over the year, relatively new consideration called transformative use has been incorporated into the first factor. Transformative use are those that add something new with a further purpose or different character and do not substitute for the original use of the work. Ang transformative use ay pag binago mo ang original na material, binigyan mo ng panibagong kahulugan o gamit. Example, you use 20-second clip video for your presentation at in-explain mo yung symbolizes o message ng scene. Dito, hindi mo pinalitan ang concept, pero ginawa mo itong educational at nagbigay ka ng opinion mo o bagong analysis tungkol sa presentasyon. Number 2, the nature of the copyrighted work. This factor is the least complex and thus also the easiest to evaluate. The more creative copyrighted work, the less likely there will be finding of fair use. Ang factor na ito ay tinitignan kung ano ang klaseng material ang ginamit mo. Ito ang pinakamadaling factor na intindihin. May dalawang klaseng main idea nito. Number 1 is the creative works o gawa ng imahinasyon. Number 2 is the factual works, gawa sa base facts, data, information. Mas pinoprotektahan ng copyright ang creative works. Kaya mas mahirap mag-claim ng fair use kapag ang source ay novel, poetry, original songs, paintings, movies, etc. Bakit? Kasi yung originality at imagination ang work, yun ang pinaka-property ng writer-artist. Pero kapag facts or data, example numbers, statistics, historical facts, scientific facts, current news information, mas malapit makonsider as a fair use kasi ang information yun na dapat talagang napapasa sa publiko for learning purposes. Number 3, the amount used. This factor considers the amount of copyrighted work that was used in relation to the copyrighted work as a whole. The amount used, this factor looks at how much the original copyrighted work you used. The basic rule here is the less you take, the more likely it's fair use. The more you take, the less likely it is fair use. Even a small portion can be a violation if it is considered the heart of the work, meaning the most important value or the valuable part. So it doesn't only look at the length, it is also look at importance. Number 4, the effect of the use on the market. This factor not only consider whether the defendant's activity may harm the current market, but also considers whether the use may cause any harms to potential market that could be exploited by the copyright owner if the use were to become widespread. In this factor, it also looks at the future market. If copying could affect the possible future of the earnings of the owner, it can be also against fair use. Not fair use. You upload a full movie on Facebook. People do not need to buy or watch it in cinemas. You harm the movie's market. Likely fair use. You show a short 10 to 20-second clip in class presentation only to explain the concept. People will not use your clip to replace buying the movie ticket. It will become little damage to the market. Thank you, ma'am.
Pasin, ma'am. Hindi, ma'am. Hindi mo listening.
So, that's the end of your report. Okay. So for the summary of that, when we talk about plagiarism, it is all about an ethical issue. So it is the act of passing of someone else's ideas or work at your own. So what is the crime of pag nag-plagiarize ka? Diba? Ang crime, it is an act of academic or professional dishonesty. It is not about pag hindi ka kasi nagbigay ng credit dun sa original na publisher ng isang libro, halimbawa, o isang published work, um, pwede kang magkaroon ng, it is an act of professional dishonesty. Ang pwedeng maging consequence yan is that hindi ka naman makukulong. Pero, pwede kang, as a student, halimbawa, you're making a research, and then nag-plagiarize ka, you could possibly fail your class, pwede kang expel dun sa school, or kung nag-work ka naman, you can get fired from your job. So, paano mo ito i-fix? So, in fixing that, you need to cite properly. Give credit to the original author of those published works na nagamit mo dun sa study mo. Ang copyright naman, okay, ang plagiarism, it is all about an ethical issue. Ang copyright naman, it is a legal issue. So, ethical and legal is different. Ha? Ang ethical, it's all about ethics. Kumbaga, honesty. Yung pagrespeto natin dun sa original na may-ari ng mga published works. Ang copyright naman, it is a legal issue. When we talk about a legal issue, pwede kang makulong. Diba? This is a legal right kasi it protects yung mga original work, gaya ng song, ng photo, ng book, or ng movie. So, the creator, pag na-publish na nila or na-patent na nila yung mga work na nila yan, they already had automatically get the exclusive right to control kung sino yung pwedeng mag-copy, mag-distribute, mag-profit dun sa trabaho nila. So, ano ang pwede mong maging crime? Diba? Ang pwede mong maging crime is that pwede kang makulong. Pwede kang makasuhan. Ang serious naman, it is not right but a legal concept that allows you to use limited portion of a copyrighted work without permission or for specific purposes. So, it is a purpose to encourage things like criticism, commentary, news reporting, or teaching, and research. Wala namang crime, pero it is your arguments against a copyright infringement. So, kailangan talaga, when you're using, mag-research ka na, you always use give credit or sabihin mo credit to the rightful owner pag gagamitin mo yung okay. So, naintindihan ba yung copyright, plagiarism, and fair use? Naintindihan? Question. Kindly open your cam. Kindly open your cam na for the documentation. Kindly open your cam. Magdamit ka. Magdamit ka. Mulagatang ka na eh. Nakisano pati online ka. Tawan tibadong. Open your cam for the documentation. Okay. Lapit na lang. BSBA. Okay. Smile, 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 smile. Okay, thank you for attending the class. Okay, smile pa daw. Okay, see you next group on Thursday. Have a nice day, everyone. Goodbye.